Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing a basic look with a colorful eye and a nude lip. I'm applying my tape to the corners of my eye just to catch any eyeshadow that may fall out. And we're going to set everything on your eyelids with the Laura Mercier translucent palette. And let's get started. So we're using a Jaclyn Hill palette today, also the Carli Bybel, and I'm going to start with this color. We're going to go in with that. Just here is our transition color. I like to use nude, sometimes pink, just so I can transition smoothly into the eye that I'm trying to do. So you want to just make sure you blend it all out. Blend, blend, blend. That is the name of the game. Then we're going to go in with this soft yellow here. Kind of just intensify the translucent, Lord. Try to intensify the transition color. Make it a little more bright at the top. It's really soft though. Even though I set my eyes off camera, the primer that I used for my eyelids was the Glamoflauge. I like to use that one in white. It normally makes the colors a little bit more vibrant than normal. So we're just going to blend this out as well. Then we're going to go in here with this red. We're going to put that in our crease area. So this is like a simple, easy peasy lemon squeezy eye. Just putting it red in a crease to give us a little bit more depth for the eye. And of course to blend it. It takes forever for me to blend, guys, because honestly my eyes are huge. I mean, I'm not complaining because God gave me these beautiful palettes to play with, but they are pretty big and I always have to blend for my life. Make sure you get those corners there. Then we're going to go in with this darker maroon, kind of intensify that even more and put it on top of that red that we already applied to the crease. And again, just blending and blending and blending. And the brush that I'm using, I have a plethora of different blending brushes, guys, but I like to use NYX and beige cosmetics, so those are the ones that we're using today. And then so I went in with this gold. It's like a shimmery pretty light gold. A brush is not needed for everything in an eye look, especially when you're in a rush and you can't find any of your brushes. So I just take my finger and dab it on there. Then you want to slowly pull off your tape and want to prime our face. I use the Smashbox Minimize and Pour. I always want a moisturized face before we put our foundation on. I missed that in my last video. And we're going to go in with the Pan Stick by Bobbi Brown. I'm really not a big fan of pan sticks. I kind of like the foundation because it takes forever to blend in. So normally I'll like wet my beauty blender or spray it with a setting spray like I did here, and that was from NYX. And I just go in and start trying to blend everything out. A lot of the times I do go in and conceal my dark marks. I just happen to skip that step and went straight to putting foundation on. You want to also make sure you get blend your neckline, your forehead. You don't want the halo eyebrows, you know, the concealer left on your eyebrows, because it's not appealing on pictures. So we're just gonna blend that out. This foundation isn't really full coverage. It's a good foundation, but it's not really full coverage. So I normally, when things are not full coverage, I'll just go back in and apply a little bit more. If I would have used my concealer, then I probably wouldn't have had to do this, but went in and applied a little bit more and blended that out as well. Make sure you get your jawline and your neck. Then we went in for our bright, lovely under eye, shall I call it. I use the Pro Concealer. Pro Concealer is pretty cheap. You can get it at any local beauty supply store. The only thing that I really don't like about it is if you have oily skin or a combination skin, in my opinion, you have to really set it. And if I ever want a brighter eye, I'll use a little bit of the Glamoflauge. You can get that at Walmart, certain Walmarts, just for a brighter under eye. I'll mix the two. And then again, I just blend out with my finger because it's easier for me to get the corners of my nose and close to my eyes with my fingers. I normally go back over it with a beauty blender. I'll take this cool beauty blender. One of my besties got me. They're like little beauty blenders on a stick. And we're going to set with Laura Mercier. And also I use Ben Nye banana powder and mix the two. I don't really bake for a long time. I let it sit under my eye as I apply the, set the foundation with the powder and my cream contour, but I don't go the whole makeup with it. So anyway, we use the e.l.f. cream contour in the dark brown around my forehead and my jaw. My face is already narrow, so I really don't need to go deep into a contour. The darker color that's supposed to hide the features or make the features look smaller, and my face is already narrow, so I really don't need my face to look any smaller. And we're going to blend this out. Blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it. I love e.l.f.'s cream contour. It's like $4 or $6 at Walmart. I refer anybody to get it, especially if you're just trying out things and you're still learning. So again, we're blended all that out. Now I'm setting my face with that LA Color powder foundation and wiping all the excess off of the setting powder that we had. Again, make sure everything is blended. Then for blush, I normally use an eyeshadow, and I use this eyeshadow here for just a little blush on my cheeks. If you don't have blush sitting around, you can always use an eyeshadow that kind of matches your skin tone or whatever your preference. And then I'll go in with this highlighter here. I normally put the highlighter at my cheeks, my nose, above my eyebrow. I don't know, it just depends on how crazy I want to be that day. I might just put my whole face in a highlighter so I can just shine. We're just blending it out here. And we're going to go in with our Anastasia lip palette. I really like it. The only thing is it dries very matte. So if you're not a matte type of lipstick person, then I would of course prime my lips, do the matte lipstick here, and then you can go over it with like a gloss or something if you're more of a sheer type person and not matte. I just grabbed a random brush to line my lips. Normally I use a lip liner, but just keeping it simple today because it's nude. And patting it in with my fingers. Fingers are so much better than brushes sometimes. And blend the colors in there. I applied my lashes offline, and then I used the Mercier Badescu setting spray, and here's the final look. Don't forget to subscribe and leave any comments down below. I love you guys. See you next time.